This is Pointless Witterings, the show where I totally waste your time and you learn nothing. Game of Thrones is a very serious show for grown-ups in which people die, have sex and say fuck lots. It's set in the land of not Middle-earth and it stars 80 million people with very long names. And I can remember almost 7 of them. Go me! There's the sassy one who overshadows everyone else, the kid one who is a badass because she kills people, the older sister, their mum, the one who has sex lots, Princess Zelda, the angsty one, his dopey friend, Ganondorf, this man who has a name I think, and the king, who I think is the one that people are supposed to relate to. The main plot is that there is a throne that everybody wants and they do lots of fighting over who has the throne. Hence it is called Game of Thrones, because it is a game. It's like a very violent offshoot of Capture the Flag. You know, if you think about it, a subplot is that there is a wall that looks out to the north where there are enemy people, and Jon Snow is on the wall and he cracks and defects to the other side of the wall, which means that it's technically a remake of the tale of Humpty Dumpty. You know, if you think about it. Oh come on, you know I'm right. And there's this lady who gives birth to some dragons and she has to raise and take care of them. And she makes them fight people. So in that way, Game of Thrones is sort of like Pokemon, but for grown-ups. That is a parallel. Then again, I guess it would have looked a bit weird on the posters if they'd used the tagline, Game of Thrones, sort of like Pokemon, but with fucking in it. The reason that I like Game of Thrones is because it's very different from your normal fantasy, because it has snow in it. That is a type of weather that you don't see much of on TV, but Game of Thrones is not biased against it. It does all the weathers. It does sunny, windy, sandy, and snowy. This is an insightful critique that I've just made because the weather is the subtext. See, this in the foreground is the text, and that there is the subtext because it is behind the text. Oh my god, I'm so clever. Also, see, this character's name is Jon Snow, and he lives in a place with lots of snow. See, his name is a pun. Oh my god, that has totally blown my mind. Also, Game of Thrones has very clever dialogue because they use punctuation. Look, watch.
My little brother has 100,000 men, according to the scouts. Men whose allegiance rightly belongs to me.
See, that line has a comma in it and a full stop at the end. Well done, Game of Thrones, for being properly grammaticulated. You win the award for best use of grammar in a television show, which if that's not already a real award, it fucking well should be. Grammar is very important. Use those semicolons, you uneducated Philistines. Game of Thrones is also much deeper than most fantasy series because the DVD box set measures 19 centimeters by 14 by 4, whereas the DVD box set of less deep fantasy shows are only 2.5 centimeters deep. Oh my god, that is so profound. They're currently adapting the 4th and 5th books for TV, but when it comes to the future of Game of Thrones and what will happen when the series overtakes George R.R. Martin, who's been busy writing the 6th book for the last 200 fucking years, it has been announced that Game of Thrones will be remade by the Disney company. Because what won't be remade by Disney? They will own everything eventually. When that happens, I recommend they fully rebrand it and they should give Arya a pet puppy called Mr. Woofles, who should have babies by the end of season 2 that play beach ball with the dragons. Also, the soundtrack should be done by Nick Jonas, and there should be a big musical number just before any character dies called Hooray for Being Alive, Hooray for Being Alive, so that'll make it more tragic when everybody dies afterwards. And all of the sex scenes will be replaced with characters holding hands, so then it will be a PG-13 and it will get more viewers. Come on, Game of Thrones, at least try and appeal to more demographics, you depressing bastards. Be sure to like this video and subscribe, or that means you are a hater. You don't want to be a hater, do you? Haters will be destroyed. I am the Game of Thrones tree stump.